Have you ever been in this situation? You're listening, yet the other person still feels like you don't truly understand them. Someone tells you, "You're hearing me," but you're not really listening. And you don't even know what went wrong. Important conversations just pass by without creating any real connection. If this sounds familiar, it's not your fault. Most of us are taught how to speak, but no one teaches us how to listen. So we assume we're good listeners, but in reality, we're just waiting for our turn to talk. And the sad truth is, poor listening skills can make you lose the most important relationships in your life. Think back to the last time you felt ignored or misunderstood by someone. How did that feel? Frustrating? Disappointing? Even painful? The good news is that listening is a skill you can learn. In this video, I'll share 3 powerful active listening techniques that will help you understand anyone, whether it's your colleagues, your partner, or your loved ones. And most importantly, you won't just hear words, you'll make people feel truly understood. Let's dive in. Secret 1. Eliminate physical barriers. Have you ever had a conversation with someone and felt like they weren't really there with you? Maybe they glanced at their phone while you were talking. Maybe they kept looking around instead of focusing on you. Or worse, they nodded absent-mindedly, but their eyes were completely blank. This is the effect of physical barriers, things that make the other person feel like you're not truly listening. And this can kill a conversation before it even begins. So how do we remove these barriers? Let's start with 3 simple steps. 1. Create a listening space. Free yourself from distractions. The last time you had a conversation, did you check your phone? Did you think about an unanswered email? Were you sitting in a noisy cafe? Your environment and your focus determine the quality of your listening. If possible, choose a quiet space so the conversation isn't interrupted. Put your phone face down, close it, or set it aside to show that the other person has your full attention. Face your body toward the speaker instead of turning away or sitting in an uncomfortable posture. These small changes can make a big difference. 2. Apply the 3-second rule. Pause before responding to build connection. A common mistake in listening is that we respond too quickly. The moment the other person finishes speaking, we jump in with our own thoughts. This not only disrupts the connection but can also make the speaker feel interrupted. The 3-second rule helps fix this. When the speaker finishes, pause for about 3 seconds before responding. Use this time to process what they said and make sure you truly understand before replying. You can even nod or use small affirmations like, "I see, please continue," to encourage them to share more. Never underestimate the power of silence. A small pause can make the other person feel like you are truly engaged. 3. Use body language mirroring. Sync with the speaker's body language. Body language is just as important as words. If you cross your arms, avoid eye contact, or glance at your watch repeatedly, the speaker will feel like you're not interested. Instead, try using body language mirroring. If the speaker leans forward, you can slightly lean in as well to show engagement. If they speak slowly and calmly, you can slow down your responses to match their tone. Most importantly, maintain natural eye contact, not a stare, but a warm, attentive gaze. When you mirror their body language, they will feel more comfortable and more willing to open up. By following these 3 techniques, you're already removing the biggest barriers to deep, meaningful conversations. Now, let's move on to the next secret: understanding the emotions behind the words. Secret 2. Understanding the emotions behind the words. Have you ever heard someone say, "I'm fine," but from their tone and expression, you knew they weren't fine at all? Or when someone says, "Everything's okay," but the silence that follows tells a completely different story? We often think that listening is about paying attention to words, but the truth is, it's the emotions behind those words that matter most. Many people are good at expressing thoughts, but some emotions can't or won't be put into words. So if you only hear what they say, you might miss what they actually feel. How can you uncover these hidden emotions? Here are 3 techniques to help. 1. The labeling technique. Name the emotion to build connection. One of the most powerful ways to show understanding is to name the other person's emotion. This helps them feel seen and encourages them to open up. For example, When someone complains about work, you might say, "It sounds like you're feeling overwhelmed with your workload." When a friend seems distant, instead of asking vague questions, you can say, "I get the sense that something's been bothering you. Am I right?" Psychological studies show that when we label our emotions, their intensity decreases. This helps the other person feel calmer and more open to conversation. 2. The 3 deep question technique. Uncover the root of their feelings. Often, emotions don't sit at the surface. To truly understand, you need to dig deeper with the right questions. Try using the 3 deep question technique. Level 1, ask about the event. What happened? Level 2, ask about the feelings. How did that make you feel? Level 3, ask about the underlying need. What do you need right now? For example, if a colleague says, "I'm so frustrated with this job," instead of stopping at "frustrated? Why?" you can continue with, "What happened that made you feel this way? How did that affect you emotionally? What would make things better for you?" This way, you don't just understand the surface issue, but also help them uncover their deeper emotions and needs. 3. Case study. Handling a real-life situation. Imagine you're a customer service agent, and a customer calls angrily. "Your service is terrible. I've been waiting for 3 days and still no response." If you only listen to their words, you'll think they're just complaining about service. But if you listen to their emotions, you'll realize they might be feeling ignored, frustrated, or even anxious. Instead of a generic apology, you can apply the 2 techniques above. Labeling. "I understand that you're feeling really frustrated about the delay." 3 deep question. "Can I ask what's most important to you right now? How can we best support you?" By addressing their emotions, you make them feel heard and valued, and that's the key to building trust. Now, let's move to the next secret. How to respond in a way that truly resonates with the other person. Secret 3. Responding in a way that truly connects. Listening is important, but how you respond determines whether the conversation creates real connection. Have you ever given logical advice, but the other person didn't seem to take it seriously? Or worse, they felt misunderstood, making the conversation even more tense? This happens because we often respond based on our own instincts rather than the other person's emotions and needs. If you want to respond in a way that truly resonates and helps, use the FOR formula. 1. The FOR formula: 3 steps to meaningful responses. This formula consists of 3 elements. Feeling. Acknowledge their emotions. Observation. Restate the objective situation. Request. Ask about what they truly need. For example, if a colleague says, "I'm so stressed because this project is difficult and the deadline is too close," you can use FOR. F. Feeling. I can see that you're really feeling anxious and under a lot of pressure. O. Observation. This project does seem quite challenging, and the deadline is really tight. R. Request. Is there anything I can do to support you? Instead of immediately giving advice, you help them feel heard and guide them toward a solution. 2. Common mistakes when responding. Many people respond in ways that unintentionally make the situation worse. Here are 2 common mistakes. Mistake 1. Giving advice too soon. Example. Other person. "I feel really unhappy with my job." You should look for another job. Problem. They may not be ready for a change yet, they just want to be heard. Right approach. Use the FOR formula to understand their real needs first. Mistake 2. Dismissing their feelings. Example. Other person. "I'm really nervous about my upcoming presentation." You. "Don't worry, it's nothing." Problem. When you dismiss their emotions, they feel invalidated. Right approach. Acknowledge their feelings first. "I get that you're feeling nervous. Is there a specific part of the presentation that worries you the most?" 3. Practicing effective responses. Try putting yourself in this situation. A friend tells you, "Lately, I've been feeling really exhausted and stressed all the time." How would you respond? Wrong way. You should just relax. Don't overthink it. Right pointing arrow not helpful. Right way. Using FOR. I hear you, and it sounds like you're feeling really drained. Feeling. It seems like there have been a lot of things piling up recently. Observation. Is there anything I can do to help? Request. Responding this way helps you deepen the connection and create a meaningful conversation. Now, think of a real-life situation you've experienced. How can you use FOR to improve your response? Have you ever wondered, am I truly a good listener? Today, we've uncovered 3 powerful secrets to active listening and deeply understanding others. Removing physical barriers, free up space. Pay attention to body language. Understanding emotions behind words. Use labeling and the 3-layer questioning technique. Responding in a way that truly connects. Apply the FOR formula to give impactful responses. But remember, knowing is not enough, you must practice. 7-day challenge. Each day, focus on applying one of these techniques in your conversations. Day 1 to 2. Remove physical distractions while listening. Day 3 to 4. Ask deeper questions to understand emotions. Day 5 to 6. Practice the FOR formula in your responses. Day 7. Reflect and evaluate your progress. Are you ready? Comment, listen, below to commit to this challenge today. Free bonus. A PDF guide summarizing these 3 key techniques. Don't forget to subscribe for more valuable content on communication and personal growth. Turn listening into your superpower.